For those of you who don't know, here in Brookhaven, there are actually a lot of cars. We have this car that is really old, and on the right, there are also several interesting cars. But today, I want to see with you what a Brookhaven car update would look like. But I'm going to make the update myself, adding new cars using Roblox Studio, where I can change whatever I want on the map, removing things, and also adding new cars to the game. So for that, I called my friend, but it looks like he's relaxing at the beach, and now he's finally coming back. He just jumped the fence, and now he's here. He said, "Let's go. I want you to add a Camaro." So I'm going to add that. But first, I have to place a parking lot on the map. But first, I'm going to get my car, and I want my friend to help me decide where the parking lot will be, because here in the city, there are many interesting places. He said, put it in a place far from the city, and also at a racetrack. And what he said is really interesting, and it's a genius idea. So I'm arriving up front to do exactly what he asked. Maybe this place will be really interesting. I'm going to have to remove this whole horse stable and place a giant parking lot. Besides the parking lot, I'm also going to add a racetrack up front, because we have the perfect space to do that, especially since there's a lot of room here. So I'm going to do exactly what he wants. But he said, also add a Camaro, please. And guys, he really wants me to add a Camaro. It's his dream. So I'm going to do exactly that. I'm going to add a Camaro to my game so my friend stops asking for it, especially because it's starting to get annoying. But now, I have to remove this entire building, so I'm removing everything. And I just removed everything. But before that, the horse stable looked like this. And now it looks exactly like this. And you can really tell that there's nothing here. It's like there's absolutely nothing, which is really strange, because someone comes from this road and just doesn't find the horse stable. But I'm going to place a giant parking lot here. So I picked exactly this one, and this one looks really nice. So I'm going to place it right here, but I'll have to adjust it to make it perfect. But it looks like this is broken. Literally, the whole parking lot just collapsed. And I really don't know why that happened, but everything here was destroyed. But my friend is looking over here, and he said, you don't even know how to build. But that's not a problem, because I just fixed it. And you can see the parking lot is perfect. It's not falling down like before. And there are even secret buttons here. So I'm coming over to see what these buttons do. And I just got here, but these buttons don't do anything, which is pretty weird. But you can see there are several floors, and up here I want to place something special. I just grabbed this ramp, and I'm going to leave it right here, so that people go flying, and someone's going to grab the car and go flying here, and I'm sure that person is going to be my friend. And again he said, add a Camaro. But guys, he got down on his knees, and he's really begging me to add a Camaro here in Brookhaven. So I'm finally going to place this car, because he's asking way too much. Perfect, I just got this car, and I'm going to leave it right back here. And now, I'm going to drive it just to see what's going to happen. And this car is really beautiful, and my friend is really happy because I finally added this car. But he came back in this car, and I'm going to have to drive it because I need to check more locations on the map that I'm going to change. So I just changed from that barn, and now we have this parking lot. But I'm going to drive this car because I want to jump that ramp. But this car is really slow, and I just jumped here, and that was kind of weird. But the car finally went back to normal, and it looks like the steering wheel moves, and that's amazing. It's really the best car in all of Brookhaven. But you can see there are some buttons here on the side that unfortunately don't work. But now I'm testing the top speed because I want to see the maximum speed this car can reach, and apparently this is the limit, especially because I just flipped my car. But guys, the Camaro just flipped over, but now I want to get more cars. And the next car I'm going to get is really similar to this one. So I just grabbed the Mustang, but it looks like it's lowered. So I removed it and picked this other one, because this one is way better. And I'm going to leave it parked up here. The Camaro I'll leave right here, because I want to place as many cars as possible in this Brookhaven parking lot. He said, hey, there's a bug in the parking lot, fix it. So okay, I'm going to fix that bug, but I'm going to let my friend drive this car so he can do the things he wants to do. But now he's coming up from the front, and I really don't know what he wants to do. But he almost hit my car, and actually he just flipped it over. But I think the bug he's talking about is this one, and these blocks are showing up because of some glitch. Perfect, I just fixed it, and now it's really perfect. But I'm coming here to drive this car because I want to see if it's good. So now I'm driving it, and it really is pretty fast. But I'm going to try drifting in this parking lot to see if it actually works. So I'm coming up front, and it's really hard to drive this. I'm trying to drift, but it's really hard. Actually, I think it's impossible. But my friend is coming to this house, and the house owner just came out, and he's really mad. He said, don't step on my house. And it looks like he's really mad at my friend, because he's on the player's property. But my friend finally left, and that player is really weird. He's just super angry at us. And now he finally left. He said, what a weird guy. And that's true. But now he got up here, and he's building a wall between his house and the city street. And he's really making that wall just because of my friend, because my friend kept bothering him until he built it. And now he finally went back into his house. And this wall is really weird. But my friend is coming back here, and he's probably going to bother that player again in Roblox. He's even behind the fence, and suddenly started dancing like that, and that player just came out again, and he's really mad. But there's not much he can do, because my friend isn't actually inside his house. And he has a really strange motorcycle that basically has a weapon on top. So my friend has to be careful with that. I said, don't go inside the house, okay? And he has to understand that, because it's really important. And apparently, he got the message, and just went back there to dance. And this friend of mine is acting really weird. He's he's just bothering that player for no reason. But now, I want this car to go down here, but it's going to be really hard because I have to pass by the Camaro, and it actually worked. But now, I'm going to have to drive this properly. So I'm going down carefully, especially because this car is really important, and I can't crash it. But I'm coming here, and my car got stuck, and I can't get out no matter what. So I'm coming up front, and I learned how to drift, which is really good. But now, I have to get out of here, and I need to figure out a way to leave this parking lot. Perfect, I finally made it, and now I'm getting close to the first floor, but I haven't reached it yet because I'm on the second floor, and actually, I'm on the third floor. But I'm getting to this part, and I'm going down to the second floor, and now finally going down to the first floor. Perfect, now I'll be able to get out of here after a lot of trouble, but I'm realizing it would have been way easier to just use that ramp because I could have just jumped with it and wouldn't have had to go all the way down. But now, I'm coming up front drifting, and this car is really perfect because it works super well. So I'm going full speed, and I crashed my car, but I'm coming back again because I want to test this car's top speed. But my friend is jumping in and out at the same time, and I'm sure that player must be really mad because there's nothing he can do. But now, he just grabbed that motorcycle, and that's really bad because if my friend goes inside, he's going to activate that weapon, and that will be the end of my friend. So it's better for him to come back here to avoid trouble. And now he's coming over here, and that was really weird. And now that player is leaving, and apparently he's going down, and he's going down here probably to visit the market. And while he's going to the market, my friend is coming back here again, but this time I don't know what he's going to do. And you can see he just grabbed this item and started spraying graffiti on his house. And that's really weird because he just did it out of nowhere. But he got back in the car and is simply coming up front because he wants to see everyone's reaction in the house when they realize it has those drawings. And I also want to see his reaction. But now, I want to test this car's top speed, and I also have to make the racetrack. But suddenly the car started flying, and I don't know why that's happening. But now I'm coming up front, and this car is really fast, but it's super hard to control. He said, add a Dodge Challenger. Okay, I'm going to add that car, especially because it's going to be really important. But first, I have to remove all of this to make the racetrack. And I'm also going to remove this house, add dirt in this part, and also remove these 2 trees, this item, and finally this scarecrow. And the land is completely empty. But I'm going to have to remove more stuff. So I'll remove the roads, and now this place is empty, and I can make a giant racetrack here in Roblox. But I removed this mountain, and I don't know how I removed it, but now it's back to normal. So I just got this racetrack, and it's absolutely massive. The race will start right here, and it ends right at this part. And you can see there's a huge tunnel. So I'm going to have to place that. He said he hasn't come back yet. Look, that's actually great because now I'm going to be able to build my giant racetrack. But first, I need to move this far away, and I'll leave it right here, but I'll need to fix it, especially because it's floating. So I'll place it right here on the ground. Perfect, I finished it, and apparently it's perfect. I just placed it in this spot, and you can tell it really looks like a Brookhaven build, and the front part looks a bit ugly, so I'll fix that later and remove these trees. But first, I want to test this race to see if it's working. But guys, I'm going to have to get in this car, and now I'm going to have to speed up here in front as much as possible, and then I want to invite my friends to simply test this game. But I just crashed into an invisible wall that's here in the middle of nowhere. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to remove this item and also these 2. Now I'm going to try to drive my car to see if it works. So I'm going as fast as I can, and I'm going to race against the best cars of all. But guys, this car is almost crashing, but now I'm finally going to be able to finish the race. Perfect, I finished it, and again I hit an invisible wall. My friend said, look, he's coming back, and it looks like that player is coming back after a long time in Roblox. And you can see he's arriving up front, and that motorcycle of his is really weird because it has a giant weapon that he's carrying around the city, but he just noticed there's graffiti here, and he can't believe it. But now he's erasing it, especially because he doesn't want the graffiti there. And now he finally removed it, and he basically became a private security guard for his own house, and he won't allow anyone to come here and mess up his house. But guys, I think it's time for him to finally stop bothering the player. But he came right here, and my friend said, I saw who did it. It was a player with bacon hair. But my friend shouldn't be saying that, especially because I'm sure that player already knows it was my friend who did it, and that's obvious. He said, okay, I'll be careful with him, but I don't know if he's being serious or if he's joking. But it looks like a player is coming over here, and he has bacon hair, and that player noticed it, and now he's going after him, and even that player got scared and just ran away from here because he's chasing him for no reason. But this is really weird. My friend just made a random player get chased in Roblox by our neighbor, so I'm going to have to save him quickly. Now my friend is here, and I'm coming after them, but there's a problem. I don't know which way they went. Actually, they're coming right here, and I'm going to have to save the bacon. He's going to have to get in my car, and he finally made it, but now he fell on the ground. So this is the end of bacon. He said, I didn't do anything, leave me alone. But he's looking over here, and now he finally got in my car. So I'm going to get out of here fast to save bacon. But that player is coming, and he's coming on foot, which is really weird. And he really doesn't give up. But I'm going to have to help bacon escape from this place quickly. And the only way he can get out of here is by using this drone. And now it looks like he's flying away. He said, thanks for the help. And now he flew out of here. And guys, he was really smart. But that player just got here too. And he's also flying. And he's coming to catch bacon, who's also flying in Roblox. And all of this was really weird. And it was all my friend's fault because he's the one who blamed Bacon. He said, add a Bugatti to your game. Actually, all the cars I want to add, I want them to have the same speed, or at least a similar speed, so the race works perfectly. So I'm going to leave this car here, and I also just got this Camaro, which I'll leave right here. And now I just grab this car, which I'll place exactly in this location, and I'll also leave it in the parking lot. But now, I don't know what the last car I'm going to add to my game will be. And I really have no idea. But my friend just got here, and he said, add a GTR. But guys, Brookhaven already has the GTR, which is that blue car on the right. So he's going to have to choose another car. He said, then add a turbo car? Okay, that's going to be very different and also really interesting. We have these two cars here, and they're really impressive. But this one has a jet, and this car looks really fast. So I'm going to drive it, and I want to see its top speed. But this car is really slow. So I'm going to test its maximum speed. But actually, it's really fast. And it's one of the fastest cars I've ever seen in the game. I'm sure I'm going to win if I race with this car. I'm testing its top speed here, and it's really fast. So this car is going to be mine, and I'm going to place it right here because I'm sure players won't pick this one. And now I'm testing this car because I want to see if it's fast, and it's actually really interesting. It's one of the fastest cars of all, but there's a lot of light coming out of it, and I really don't know why. And it does some really weird drifting, and it's one of the best cars I've ever seen because the inside of it is really beautiful. My friend said, leave it in the game, it'll be good. And now I'm going to join your game. But guys, it looks like he left the game, and I'm going to have to join my game to test all of this. But now, I'm finally in my game, but I forgot something really important. I didn't place a car at the start to take me to that building. And I'm sure my friend is going to be shocked as soon as he sees what's in my game. But he's looking here, and he's really impressed. He said, wow, this is huge. And what he said is true. These builds are giant, and they're kind of scary. But now I'm going to fly, since I'm the admin of the game. After all, I made this game. And now I'm going to pick a car that I didn't drive before. Exactly this one right here. But my friend is going to have to get in here, and now I want to see if I can drive this. But I'm having trouble, and I can't drive this car properly, and this car unfortunately doesn't work. So I'm going to have to grab this one, and my friend just got the Camaro. And guys, I'm sure he's really happy, so much that he's coming up front and wants to jump this ramp, and I even want to see if he's going to make it. So he's coming here, and he just jumped it and ended up crashing, and his car is completely broken. So I also want to jump that. Now I'm opening all my doors, and I teleported my friend here so he can get in my car. And now I'm going to have to speed up here in front, and I'm going to have to jump this ramp to see if my car will go really far. And my friend said, this car is really fast. And that's true. This is one of the fastest cars of all, but it's not the fastest car because there's another one here that's even faster. But now I'm opening up my whole car, and it's really beautiful, but I'm going to close all of it because I want to fly. So I'm coming right here, and it actually worked, and my car finally went back to normal. But now I'm speeding up here in front, and I'm going to have to do something impossible. I want to jump this ramp and basically land exactly at this location, which I'm sure is going to be really hard, but I'm going to try. But now I'm trying to get there, but I can't climb up. Perfect, I finally made it, but suddenly my car just got stuck here, and I don't know how that happened, and I won't be able to jump that ramp to get into the race anymore. Unfortunately, it didn't work, but my friend is going to drive this car, and meanwhile I'm going to pick the worst car of all. But actually, it's the best, because they don't know the power of this car. He said, this is the worst car of all. Look, actually it's not. But my friend is going to start before me, because my car is super fast. And meanwhile he's coming up front, and he's going as fast as he can. And now I'm coming up front running, but I just hit an invisible wall. And unfortunately, I couldn't show the power of this car. So I'm getting out of here to test the top speed of this car, and it's really fast. It's so fast that I went flying. For those who don't know, I study at a school where everything is really strict. This school is very hard to study in, and also hard to get good grades. But today I want to try to make a hidden gamer room here at school just to see if they'll notice it. So guys, I'm coming here to my garage and I'm going to grab this bike. Perfect, I just got it, and now I'm heading to school. But guys, there are more people coming here. This player, if you don't know, he's evil. And there's also this other player coming who, by the way, is wearing a school uniform, which is something no one ever does. But now I'm arriving here before him, and you can tell the teacher already arrived at school because his car is already here. Guys, now we're going inside. And here's the thing, my classroom is exactly this one, but it's completely empty. He said, we're the first ones to arrive at school. So I'm starting to think that's what happened. But guys, I noticed this door is open, and there are basically players sitting here on these chairs. One of them is even wearing pajamas. I said, come here, I found where everyone is. Seriously, they're going to have to follow me because I just discovered where they are. So guys, I just got here to see what's going to happen on this school court. Finally, they're arriving here. He sat right back here. Now the evil player showed up, and apparently he turned on the light. I'm pretty sure he wasn't supposed to do that. The teacher even came over and turned the light off again. And basically, he hid back here. Looks like he has something important to say. But this player stood up again and is coming here. And again, he turned on the light. This player is really weird because he's annoying the teacher for no reason. The teacher came back and now went to the back again. I said, calm down. I think he wants the light to stay off. Seriously, he better stop this because if he keeps doing it, we're never going to have class. But now, finally, he left. He turned on the light and now he's coming up on stage, probably to say something really important because he wouldn't have called everyone here if it wasn't something important. He said, starting today, everyone will have to wear school uniforms, like this player in red. I'm almost sure he's talking about this player. Basically, he wears the school uniform. I don't know why, but there's a player here in pajamas. Even the teacher is coming here to talk to him. He said, why did you come in pajamas? Are you crazy? Guys, I would say the same thing. This player is really weird for showing up here in pajamas. He said, it's because I sleep in your classes, so I figured I'd just bring my pajamas. Guys, this is really weird, but now he's coming back here. We'll probably have to go back too because class is basically about to start. Guys, I'm heading up front because I need to change clothes. So, I'm coming here, and there are 2 bathrooms, one for boys and one for girls. So I'm going into this one. But guys, this player just showed up here, and he doesn't know which bathroom to go into. He just went into the girls' bathroom. Guys, this is really weird. Seriously, he didn't even read the signs. But guys, the player is looking around here. He said, I'll change clothes first. Yeah, while he was waiting, he could have already changed, but I'm going to wait for him to finish changing, and then I'll change. But guys, I'm seeing his feet, and it looks like he finally changed, but he's taking way too long. I said, hurry up, guys, he's really taking forever. But guys, I'm looking here and something is happening. And now, finally, he came out. He said, hey, I went into the bathroom and it was already dirty, okay? Look, I'm sure he's lying. He just made a mess in the bathroom and now he's lying that it wasn't him. Guys, this is really weird. He blamed me for messing up the bathroom, so I came right here, and guys, this bathroom is weird. I'm getting out of here because I'm not going to change in this weird place. But guys, I'm coming into the other bathroom, this exact one. I'm going to change right here. Perfect. Now I look like this. I really do look a lot better than before. But guys, he just came out of there. He's looking here. He said, you copied me. Actually, everyone copied you. Because they're all using that avatar. Such a weird avatar. But guys, there's something else I want to tell him. I said, hey, go look in the boys' bathroom, see what's in there. But guys, it looks like he got scared. He's really scared about what I just said. He said, let me see. Guys, he's going to regret seeing this because it's really weird. Now he went inside, and guys, he's coming into the bathroom, and now he came back looking really scared. He said, it was you who did this? Look, it definitely wasn't me. I went to the other bathroom as soon as I saw what happened. I said, it was the player in pajamas. Seriously, it was him who did it. This is really weird. He said, I'm going to tell the teacher so he gets mad. Guys, it looks like he's really going to leave and cause chaos. Now he just left and is going to talk to the teacher just to make him super mad about what's going on. But guys, while he's telling him the truth, I want to make the gamer room because I can't stand studying in Roblox anymore. Every day I have to come here to study. We're really forced to do this almost the whole day since our school is full time. Guys, I'm coming back here. The teacher just got up. He said, wait a minute, I want to see the bathroom. Guys, he's coming here to check how the bathroom is. So he came right here. Guys, while he's there, I'm going to enter this room. I want to make my gamer room in here. So over here on the right, I'm going to grab this item, and now I'll get this couch, and I want to place the couch more or less here. I want to sit right in this spot to play video games. Actually, I'll move it a little more forward so it looks better. And now, right here, I'm going to place this TV, which looks really cool. I'm also going to add some speakers so it's perfect. Guys, the speakers don't show up here. You really can't tell there's a secret wall here, which is just amazing. But guys, a player just came here. He said, I saw you coming here. What place is this? Guys, he wasn't supposed to know about this place because now more people will find out, and more will come here. I said, it's my secret room and it's a gamer room. Guys, I really hope he keeps it a secret. Apparently, he is happy. He said, okay, I won't tell anyone, just let me come here. Alright guys, I'm being forced to let him stay in this area. Now he can come into this room whenever he wants. And guys, this is not really good. Now he sat down right here. I'm going to turn on the TV so he basically gets happy and doesn't tell people what's going on. Over here on the right, there are these 2 game consoles. I'll put the Xbox right here, and the PlayStation 5 I'll leave over in this part. Now this is really getting interesting. I just placed this computer too for gaming. But guys, he ran in here and already started playing. Apparently, he's playing Roblox, and out of nowhere, he started playing Fortnite. But guys, I think I'd better get out of here before they notice I disappeared. Guys, I'm leaving like this, but all of them disappeared. Guys, I don't know where they went, but it looks like they're all right up here. I'm going there too since they're talking about something really important. Guys, I just got here. He said, who did that in the bathroom? Look, I know which player did it. It was exactly him. Literally, he was the one who did it. He said, I don't know, but whoever did this is a monster. Guys, it was exactly him who did it. He's the imposter here, but he's not admitting it was him. I also don't have the courage to say it was him because I don't know what's going to happen if I say it was basically him. But guys, the teacher is looking here, and now he's writing something down. He said, where were you when this happened? Look, I was in the bathroom, and guys, I think if I say that, it's really not going to help much. But I'll say it anyway because there's no way to lie, considering there are security cameras at school. I said, I was in the bathroom, and I was the one who found that. Seriously, I'm the one who found it. But guys, he's looking here. They're all looking at me like I'm the one who did it. He said, so it was you? Clearly, it wasn't me, because I would never do something like that. Guys, this is really weird. I don't know if I should tell him who did that and say it was basically him who did this. He said, it was the player who isn't here. He's the one who did that. Guys, the teacher is looking around, and he just noticed someone is missing. The person who's missing is right here just playing video games. games. Guys, he just put his notebook down. He said, it's true, it was him. That's why he skipped class. Guys, finally, they believed it. He said, anyway, it's break time, enjoy. Now the teacher is coming here. He's probably going to clean all of this. He just grabbed a broom, and now he's basically cleaning in there. But guys, I'm almost sure I should tell the truth to the teacher about who really did it, which in this case was that player. Guys, I think I'm going to go there. But he just showed up to block my way. He said, why go to the bathroom? Let's go have lunch. He doesn't want me to tell the teacher what happened. Look, he's going to have to follow me because I'm going to have to negotiate whether I tell the teacher or not, because I know he's the one who did it, and he's going to have to pay me some money so I don't tell the truth. I said, I know it was you. You're going to have to take my tests today if you don't want me to tell the teacher it was you. Look, it's really simple. That's all he'll have to do. Man, he's looking here, and apparently he agreed. The reason he's going to have to take my tests is because today I'm going to play games all day. I'm going to the secret room. I'm going to stay there playing games to really enjoy all of this. And now he left. Guys, it's great that he went back up there because he was getting in the way too much. After all, I want to go back to the secret room to see what's going on. But guys, he's still playing right now. And now, finally, he left. He said, this is the best thing you've ever done. Let's improve the room. Yes, I'm really going to improve it. But now he just left. He said he was going to help me improve the room, but he didn't help. So here on the right, I'm going to grab a table. I'll place it right here. And here I'm going to put a lot of food. I want to place as much food as possible so we really have snacks while we're playing. But guys, I think I'm going to turn off the computer. But unfortunately, I don't know how to turn it off. But now I'm placing a lot of food here, and now all that's missing are the drinks. So here on the right, I'm going to grab the best drink of all and put it here. Guys, this is actually getting really interesting. I just hope people don't find out about this secret room I just made, because if they discover this, it's going to be a problem. But guys, now they're all right here. Apparently, the test is about to start, so I have to run over there so I don't miss it, because this is going to be very important. Guys, I'm arriving right here with a milkshake in my hand because I didn't finish drinking it. So, guys, I got here. The teacher is getting closer, and now he handed me this item because apparently the test is about to begin. Guys, the test is going to start at any moment. He said, do the tests and no cheating. There are microphones in the room listening to everything you say. Guys, I don't know why he put microphones, but basically didn't install cameras. But guys, they're all doing their tests. Except this player will have extra work because he's going to have to do my test as soon as the teacher leaves the room. I'm waiting for him to leave, but he's taking forever. But guys, now finally he left because usually he goes out to do stuff. But there's basically a microphone in the room that hears everything that's going on. So it's impossible to cheat here. But guys, now this player is going to have to do my test because I'm going to have to leave. But guys, I'm going to hand him this notebook. Perfect, he just took my notebook, and now he's going to have to do my test. Because in the meantime, I'm going to get out of here, since I'm safe. After all, there are only microphones. There are basically no cameras. Guys, I'm going to go in here, because at any moment he's going to leave the room. Guys, now he just left the room, and he's coming here to do something. Apparently, he's going back to the bathroom again to try and clean up everything that happened here. Meanwhile, I'm in this room to really enjoy all of this. But guys, I want to improve it because there are a lot of interesting things here, but it's still not perfect. I'm going to place some protection here to stop people from coming here. Perfect, I just activated it, and anyone who passes through here will get shot to prevent them from discovering the truth about what's happening here. But guys, this player is coming here. This is a problem because he just got here, and now he fell on the floor, and you could really tell that this worked. Guys, he's lying here, and now, finally, he got up. He said, wow, what's all this for? Look, if someone comes here and finds out the truth, there has to be enough time to run away, and even leave the country, because if they discover this, it's going to be the end for us. He said, I think I'll just go back to class. I couldn't see anything when I got shocked. Guys, I think I'm going to get shocked too because I want to see what happens. Guys, he's going to have to activate it because now I'm going to leave and simply go back inside here. But guys, I just got shocked and I really couldn't see anything at all. Perfect, I got back up. This is really strange. But guys, our plan actually worked. Now the teacher will never find out the truth about what's going on here, that there's a totally secret gamer room. Now he left here, but guys, he just got shocked and fell to the ground because basically I need to deactivate this to be able to get out of here. Guys, I don't know if I should activate it again after I leave, but I turned off the TV and now I'm leaving. But guys, he's still lying there. This is really weird. But now we have to go back to do the test, and I want to see if he finished it. Guys, if he finished it, that's going to be really important. Now, finally, he gave it back to me, but I'm not going to say anything at all because there are microphones recording everything that happens here. Now he grabbed his test and is doing his own test. Guys, I really hope he got everything right. Because if not, I'm going to have a big problem. If he ends up getting it wrong, I'm going to tell everyone that he was the one who did that in the bathroom. It really was him who did it, but I'm not telling people because I feel sorry for the player. He said, it's impossible to clean this. Whoever did this is a monster. Guys, the teacher saying that is really weird. It just proves that not even he was expecting this. Now he came back, and he's watching us to see if the test is going well. But guys, apparently it's the end of the test. This player handed in his test, and now the teacher is checking the answers. He said, you got nothing right. Guys, now he's checking this other player. He picked up the test and is checking how he did. He said it was terrible. Guys, this is really weird. They're all doing really badly. Now it's the girl's turn. She handed in her test and he just shook his head, signaling that her test was really bad. But guys, now it's my turn. I have to hand my test to him, but I'm scared that maybe I did really badly. After all, it was that player who did my test, and now, finally, he finished his test. But guys, now he looked really shocked. I don't know why that happened. He said, "You got everything right. Guys, this is really good." And now it's the other player's turn. If I got everything right, he probably did too. He said, "You got everything right too." Guys, this is really good. Now the teacher came back right here. He said, "You can go home now. It's already really late." Guys, I'm going to take this chance and leave. But that player is coming too, and he's looking here. He said, "Don't tell people I was the one who did that in the bathroom, and I won't tell people about your secret room." Guys, I don't know how he knows that, how he found out about my secret room right here. I really have no idea. But now he left. That player is really weird because he knows things he shouldn't know. For those of you who don't know, I live in a really weird society because everyone here is a robot. Literally, my neighbors are robots, and they all have this antenna on their heads. I'm the only human here, so because of that, I have to disguise myself. So I'm coming here into the bathroom, and now I'm going to have to wear the same hat. Perfect, I look like this, and now I'm going to have to work as if I were a robot, because right here we have my boss. Literally, this is our boss, and he's the only person who doesn't have an antenna, since he's the one who made the robots. But guys, now he's going up there, and basically he stops in front of the players' houses and tells them what they should do. He said, "Go work. You're the bank security." Apparently this player is the bank security, so he's going to have to work now. Guys, apparently he agreed. Basically he came back here, grabbed his car, and now he's leaving to go work. This is really weird. I feel a bit bad for the robots since they basically don't have a life. They work here all day long. Now he's coming right here to work inside because he works at the bank as the clerk here. But guys, they're talking here to this neighbor of mine who is also a robot. But guys, there's a big problem because all the houses here look the same. All the houses are the same color except for mine because I left my house red without knowing all the others were the same. But guys, they just finished talking to the player and now they're coming here to talk to me, and apparently he's going out now to work. This is really sad because they don't know they're robots. Actually, I don't even know if these robots think, but now he's going up front because he works at the market, so he's getting there and parking his car right in that spot. Guys, I feel bad for these robots, but unfortunately there's nothing I can do. Guys, now he's looking at me. But he came closer. I'm the only person he came closer to, but I have to act normal. He said, "Why did you change the color of your house? Who told you you could do that?" Look, I don't really know why I changed it, but I'm going to say that it's in honor of him. I said, "In honor of you." Guys, I have to lie and talk like I'm a robot, but this player is completely red, and he also has a red car. He really likes the color red a lot, and apparently he agreed because he's happy. He said, "Okay, you're forgiven. Now go to your job." But guys, he finally went back up there, and now they're coming to another house to basically talk to him here in Roblox. So the player came back here. He said, "Go patrol the city to find humans and arrest them." For those of you who don't know, all humans are arrested here in the city because it's basically forbidden to be human. Now this player came back here. Actually, I can't call him a player since he's more like a robot. So now he's going down here to take care of the city and check if there are any hidden humans here. So he got right there in front and parked his car exactly there. But guys, now I have to work because I basically can't reveal that I'm human. But guys, they're talking over there with the last player, who in this case is a taxi driver since he has that car. And now they finally left here, but this player has to work. So he got in his car and now he's coming up front. But guys, I don't know which of them is a player and which of them is a robot. In my opinion, they're all robots, but there's no way to know if one of them is human, since it's almost impossible to tell. But guys, for those who don't know, these robots pretend to be humans. They basically have human characteristics, but this taxi driver is acting really weird, especially because he ran the red light. That really doesn't make any sense. And now he got to the gas station. It's like they're trying to imitate us humans. But guys, I'm waiting for the light to turn green so I can go through up front. Perfect. I can finally move forward. And guys, I'm just walking around the city because I want to see what all these players are doing. And I also want to see if I can find any humans, because if I find a human, I'll basically have to help them. Guys, now I'm coming back here and heading to the front. But guys, there's a problem. He came right here, and something tells me he's following me. But guys, they don't know how to show that, so I'm passing by the front just to test this. And guys, if he starts following me, that means I'm basically being followed. And guys, he really is following me, but he thinks I haven't noticed, since a robot would never notice that. But guys, now I'm going to speed up as fast as I can. And now he really stayed back there and just can't chase me, since I'm super fast. So I'm running up front, and guys, I need to hide here urgently, but I flipped my car. Guys, this is really bad. Worst of all, he's arriving here to see what's going on. He even got out of the car. This robot doesn't understand what's happening. But guys, I just got out of here. He said, "Robots don't crash cars. You're not a robot." Actually, I am. I don't know why he's saying I'm not a robot, but guys, I have to find a way to prove to him that I am a robot. And the way I'm going to do that is by basically ignoring what's happening. So I'm going back here. He even noticed what happened and realized that I really am a robot. Now he got back in his car and basically he's coming to the front. For those of you who don't know, the robots in the city are very careless. They don't care if you crashed your car or even if your house is on fire. But guys, I have to fix my car. So for that, I'm going to have to work on the batteries that are under the car. Perfect. I'm working here so also the smoke finally stops coming out. Guys, now the smoke finally stopped. That means I'm really starting to fix the car. It probably already went back to normal. So guys, I'm going to flip the car back, and now it's finally normal. I didn't have any problems at all. So now I'm coming up front. But guys, there's a problem. This player is apparently coming up here to report that I'm a human. And if he does that, it's going to be terrible, because then they'll know the truth. So guys, I basically have to stop him. So I just crashed into his car, and he just got into an accident. Guys, he's even looking at this. He said, "You are a human," but here we have this security guard, and this human is observing what happened up front. He's even arriving here to see more or less what happened. Guys, this isn't very good, but I'm going to keep acting, pretending that I'm basically a robot. He even came right here to see what happened. He said, "Tell me who did this." Guys, I'm going to have to get out of the car, and now I'm going to have to come up with a really good explanation for him. I said, according to my calculations, there's a 99% chance it wasn't me. I'm saying these weird things because he'll probably believe it. After all, he's the one who made the robots. Now he agreed and just left to talk to this other robot. He said, "You crashed into his car? You know only humans do that, right?" Guys, that's true. Only humans crash into other people's cars because the robots in the city are perfect. I just came right here to see what's going on now, and he's still looking at me. He said he's not a robot. Actually, I am a robot. But guys, the boss is looking back at him. He said, "What you said is something only a human would say, and now you are under arrest." Guys, this is really weird. The police officer came right here and is arresting this player, but he's looking here, and apparently he said, "Bye, because I have to leave now." Guys, I'm trying to get my car out of here, and I finally did it, and now I'm going back home. But before that, I want to see what's going to happen to the player. But guys, apparently he got right here, and this robot, or maybe even human, is being arrested. But I'm sure he's a robot, because if he were human, he would have already said something. Now he's coming up front, and guys, it's starting to get dark here in the city. That means that soon everyone is going to go back to their houses to sleep. So guys, I'm coming up front because I'll have to do some very specific shopping to basically change my house, since my house can't be red anymore. After all, that player who was the boss almost realized I'm a human. Guys, I just arrived right here, and there are several paints right here that I'm going to grab for myself, since all of this will be very important. Guys, now I'm going down here, and I'll have to start the modifications on my house. But guys, there's a robot right here who's been working all day. Meanwhile, there's another one right here who was basically getting arrested. He said, "I'm a robot, leave me alone." But guys, something strange happened. His antenna turned red. That means he basically lost control. The police officer said, "Hey, return to normal now." But what he doesn't know is that there's no way to return to normal. There's really nothing he can do. And guys, he started to get very angry. But the police officer closed this and is doing some research here to see if this is really normal. But what's happening isn't normal. He went up there, and now he's escaping. Guys, he just escaped from here. So the police officer noticed this. But guys, I have to save this robot urgently, since it's better to talk to a corrupted robot than a normal robot. Guys, he just arrived right here, and he's really angry. I said, "You were right, I am a human." And yes, he was right all along. And now he's happy. But guys, he just left here. I really don't know why he just ran away. I thought he was going to join here and be part of my team, but unfortunately robots are unpredictable. You can't really know what they're thinking, since they practically don't think. But guys, now I'm arriving up front, and I'd really like to know what's happening here, what this robot is coming to do, and also what happened to make his antenna turn red, since his antenna is completely red. But guys, apparently he's coming to this house, possibly to get revenge for everything that happened. Guys, this is really very weird, because here we have our boss, and this robot is coming right here. Guys, this is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. He just entered inside, and he noticed that there's a weapon right here. But now he got to this part, and guys, this is the end of the boss. He said, "Calm down, what do you want?" Guys, even I want to see what the robot wants. He said, "Stand up, you will be handcuffed." Guys, the boss stood up here. I really don't know what's happening, but he just grabbed the handcuffs and is arresting the boss. Guys, this is very weird. He just got arrested, and now I'm arriving here because I want to see more closely what's happening. Done, I just got here. Guys, I'm arriving carefully because I don't really know what to expect to find inside, and I also don't know where they went. But guys, he showed up right there. I think maybe this isn't very good. I said, "I'm your friend." Really, I'm his friend. And guys, I'm not here to ruin everything that's going on, but now he went back inside. These robots are very unpredictable. But guys, I'm coming here too because I want to see what happened. And apparently the boss is arrested, but the robot is looking right here. He said, "You told me you're human. Now prove it." Look, I've always been human. I just never said it because it's not worth it. I said, and why would I prove it? Seriously, this doesn't make sense. But guys, he's aiming this item now. I really have a reason to prove that I'm truly human. But guys, I'm removing the antenna, and now I look like this. There's no antenna on my head anymore. Meanwhile, he can't remove his... Guys, he's looking here. He said, "Okay, you're a good human." But guys, even the boss is looking at this, and he said, "Humans are not good. Arrest him." Guys, I don't know why he's saying that, but this robot just left here. He really forgot that these robots are unpredictable. Out of nowhere, they change their path and go do other things. Now he's leaving this house, probably to do something important. But guys, I just said bye to him, since he's going to be stuck here for a long time. I said, "See you later. I'll bring you food then." Seriously, I'll bring food if it's necessary. He said, you can't do that. We're both humans. Look, I know that, but unfortunately I don't have much choice either. But I'm going to take advantage of the fact that I'm in his house, and I'm going to grab some food. First, I'll turn off the TV channel so it doesn't waste too much energy, and now I'll grab some food. After all, I'm hungry. But guys, the police officer arrived here. He just noticed that I'm without an antenna, and now he's holding this item. Guys, this is really bad, but I'm going to explain to him what happened. I said, the boss left and put me in charge. Seriously, that's exactly what he did. He said, prove it. But guys, the best way to prove to the robots that I'm basically the boss is basically by saying it, because the robots in the city are forbidden to lie. I said, I am the new boss. It's true. So, even though I'm human, and he knows I'm human, he doesn't know it's possible for me to lie. But now he raised this item. He just accepted that I'm the new boss. This is really weird. But guys, I'm arriving back here because I have to check how this player is doing. I said, do you need anything? If he wants something, he just has to say it. But guys, out of nowhere he got really happy. I don't know why that happened. He said, my security will arrive and realize I'm not here and will arrest you. Look, I know that's what was supposed to happen, but that's not really what happened. I said, he already arrived and believed I'm the boss. After all, robots don't lie. Seriously, that's exactly what happened. And now he's scared because he didn't expect that to happen. Look, but unfortunately I'm going to have to leave now because I have more important things to do. But guys, for those of you who don't know, now that I'm the boss, this robot is going to keep following me. I'll let him follow me since I have no problem with that. After all, I just got a security guard completely for free. He came in here and now I'm heading up front. But now it's starting to get dark, so they're all coming back home. Guys, I really don't know what I'm going to do now that I'm the boss, especially because I don't even know if there are any humans here. But guys, thinking about it, there's the boss's security guard here, and he probably has a lot of stored memory. So I'm going to take advantage of that and ask him, because he must know something. I said, where are the humans? Seriously, I want to know where they are. He said, I have no information, but approximately 30 humans were arrested. Okay, this is really weird. 30 humans were arrested, and he didn't know where they went. He said, they boarded a ship and were deported. Okay, apparently, because we live here on an island, all the humans were arrested and basically taken far away. And guys, I'm one of the few humans left here because I managed to act like a robot. But guys, another robot came back right here. I don't know what I should do now that I've found out the whole truth. And I'd also like to know, what are this robot's plans? Because he basically found the truth about what's going on. And he also got the forbidden red antenna, which only rebel robots can get. For those of you who don't know, I'm in Brookhaven, but there's a big problem in the city. The day here lasts much less time, and basically every night in the city a completely random person disappears. Literally people disappear from the city, but it seems like people don't even care about it because I've never seen anyone talking about how there are literally people disappearing. But guys, for that, I'm coming here to talk to my friend because I want to clear up some doubts and ask him what is happening. I said, hey, is it true that people are disappearing from the city? Guys, he works here selling ice cream and he definitely sees what's happening. He said, it's true, guys, so it really was true all this time. People are basically disappearing from their houses, and every time someone disappears, another person shows up buying their house. Basically, if the person disappears for more than a day, the government puts the house up for sale. It's like the government knows the person disappeared and already put the house for sale, so they don't lose money. He said, talk to that player, he knows everything. Guys, he's talking about that player, so I'm coming here to talk to him, also because he probably knows what's happening. But from what I noticed, he's looking at the map. I said, hey, what's happening in the city? I want him to tell me everything that's going on, but guys, you can already see it's getting dark, and soon a random person is going to disappear in Roblox. He said, man, there's a ghost in the city that you can't look into its eyes. Okay, a ghost that I can't look in the eyes. Look, this is really weird. It's something I really didn't expect. I said, okay, and where is it? Guys, I really want to see this ghost, because I really doubt that what he said is true, but it looks like he doesn't know about it. Okay, he doesn't know about it. He just said there's a ghost in the city and that's what makes people disappear, but I doubt that's true. He said, stay here tonight, I'll show you. Guys, he wants me to go to his house. I don't know if that's a good idea, especially because his house is really weird. I actually believe that he is the one making people disappear in Brookhaven, and maybe I'll be the next victim, but I'm going inside because I'm not afraid of this. I'm literally not afraid of this player. But now my friend, he's leaving here because for those who don't know, we are practically forbidden to go out at night. After all, there are ghosts. We are not exactly forbidden, but we all prefer not to go out at night to really avoid problems. But guys, this player just left here, and actually he's coming here to the front in the middle of the night. Guys, it's starting to get dark, and even so he's basically coming here to the front. But for those who don't know, this player here is a pirate. Basically he's coming here just to see his pirate ship, because literally he's a pirate. He's a very weird player, and now he basically left. Guys, I don't know if the ghost is really going to get him. I don't know, but now it's completely nighttime. Guys, you can see that it's finally night, and maybe that's not a very good thing. He said, all the houses that aren't locked are invaded. Okay, that's really weird, but his house isn't locked, and it looks like now he finally locked it. Guys, that's really good, but now he's looking here at the front to see what's happening at this house. But guys, this house is also completely locked. Man, all the houses are completely locked. My friend's house is locked, but guys, this house is not locked, which means that player might have a problem here in Roblox. I said, the blue house is unlocked. And yes, I'm serious. But guys, he came right here just to watch this. Look, I'm watching too because I want to see what's going to happen. After all, there's a player here who is basically watching TV. He's watching a really weird channel. But guys, a ghost showed up here. Simply the weirdest ghost of all. But guys, the lights went out and you can see that he's really scared because he just realized there's a ghost behind him, and actually the ghost is right in front of him, and he just looked into its eyes. Guys, this is really bad because this player disappeared. You can see he's not in his house anymore. He simply vanished here in Roblox. I said, he disappeared. And yes, I'm serious. I just don't understand why there's no light inside. Actually, it started flickering. He said, let's go. He only attacks one person per night. I already faced him once after he attacked a player and nothing happened. Okay, this is really interesting. It's information I didn't know. It's really good to know this. But he grabbed a flashlight and he gave one to me too. Now we're going to have to go there. Guys, hopefully this will work out. Hopefully what he said is really true. Let's hope the ghost only attacks one person per night, because if he attacks more than one person, that's going to be a really big problem. He said he really disappeared. How sad. So yeah, that's really sad. And the worst thing is that people don't care about it. Literally, people don't even notice that someone disappeared because it literally became normal. But guys, now it's finally morning, which means now we can finally go back to normal, live life the way it always was. But guys, now comes the saddest part of all. This house will have a new owner who's basically going to arrive soon. Actually, the new owner just arrived here. And guys, this is the new owner of the house. He came here and just noticed that there's an old car here, and he simply has no idea what's going on. He said, today I got lucky. I bought a house that already had an owner. Guys, this is true. Basically, people buy the houses of those who disappeared, and they just keep their belongings, meaning the car and everything inside the house stays with the player who just bought the house. So this king got all of this for a very good price. He said, now leaving here, I will be the king of this house. But guys, he just went inside and simply turned the lights back on. He's watching TV just like the old player who lived in this house. But guys, the weirdest thing of all is that the player who basically lives in this Roblox castle didn't have any problems. He said, and where is he? So I'm going to visit him now, because I want to know the truth about what he knows about these ghosts, because he knows something that I simply don't know. So I just arrived at my garage, which is this garage right here. So guys, I'm going to get my car, but this player needs to come here too. Perfect. He got inside, and now I'm coming up front to visit the player and find out the truth about what he knows. Guys, it looks like he's right here. He's arriving with this giant Roblox boat. He really knows something that I don't know. So guys, I want to discover the truth now. He finally got here after leaving as a pirate. Now he's coming toward us. But guys, he's holding a sword, and I don't know if that's a good thing or not, because it looks like he's really mad. He's hitting our car. I said, what do you know about the ghosts? Because I want to know everything he knows. But guys, suddenly he got really scared, not believing what I said. It looks like I said something really important to him, because he had a very weird reaction. He said, I thought I was the only one who knew about the ghosts. Well, certainly not. I also know about the Roblox ghosts, and so does this player. We both know the truth about what's happening. He said, they attack at night and only in the neighborhood. If you're not in the neighborhood, they won't attack you. Okay, this is information I didn't know, so I'm going to try to make all the players leave the neighborhood, so the ghost simply won't be able to make anyone disappear in Roblox, and that will be my mission. So guys, I just got my car. Now the player came here too. But guys, I don't know how I'm going to convince all the players to simply leave the neighborhood temporarily just to do this test. I really don't know how I'm going to do that. He said, just set up an event or promise an event and don't deliver it. Guys, that's true. I need to organize an event, but I don't know what event I should do. But I also have another choice. I can basically ask all the players to lock their houses. If I do that, basically the ghost won't be able to get into their houses. He said, that's a great idea, even better than the previous one. So this idea is simply genius. But first I have to take care of my house, because my house is completely open. But guys, he's staring at me. He said, I'll take care of everything. Okay? Guys, he's going to take care of all of that, which is really good. He's basically going to talk to the players, all of them who have their doors open. He's going to convince them to close their doors, because everything here is completely open. This door is closed, so I just closed my Roblox door. But guys, he just left here, and the player simply locked his house, which is really good. The first player of all, which is the king, he simply locked his house. Now he came here to convince this player, but this friend of mine also locked his house. But guys, I haven't seen him in a while. It's like he disappeared, but I'm looking at his house, and it looks like he's right here. He's simply watching TV, so he didn't disappear. But it looks like the player from this blue house is finally going to lock his house. Guys, this is really good. All the houses are completely locked, even this house here, and now only his house is left. And he's getting here now, and now he locked this house. This is simply locked. But guys, actually he's running toward my house. I just opened the garage for him to come inside, so he's getting right here, and now I closed the garage. But guys, he just got here. I don't really know why he came running here, but guys, now he grabbed this item and simply gave it to me. He said, take this for your defense, even though I think it won't work. Look, I'm almost sure it won't work, but it's good to try, because if the ghost shows up, I'll have a way to defend myself. But guys, I just turned on the TV, probably because he wants to see it, especially since it's already getting dark here in Roblox. The only difference is that this time everything is completely right. All the houses are locked. But guys, his garage is open, so I'll have to get out of here to warn him to close close his garage. Perfect, I locked my house, and now I'm running over there. I'm going to have to move his car out, and now he needs to lock his house. I said, close your garage, it's open, and yes, I'm serious. But guys, he's staring at me here, and apparently he agreed. But guys, now he finally closed it, but there's a problem. It's totally nighttime, and I'm the only one outside. But guys, I'm going back to my house, because I urgently need to get back. But guys, there's a problem. The ghost is right in front. I have to urgently return to my house. So I just arrived here, and now I simply lock my house to really avoid problems. But guys, he also noticed that there's a ghost right out front. This ghost is really weird, but now it disappeared. I don't really know where it went, because it suddenly vanished. But guys, he's scared and looking in that direction, because the ghost is there. Guys, I already know what I'm going to do. I simply closed the curtain, and now we're safe. But actually it showed up right here. Guys, this ghost is really weird, but now it disappeared again. It simply vanished from here. It's not in front of my house anymore. It really disappeared. He said, I read the books about the ghost and we need to wear masks now. I didn't really understand why he wants me to wear masks, but actually he's wearing this mask, which is basically a gas mask. Guys, this is really weird. He said, it's because he's going to attack us with a harmful gas and then make us disappear. Okay, I just understood what he meant. So now I'm wearing exactly this mask to really avoid problems. He said, we have to hide urgently. Look, this is true. I already know exactly where I'm going to hide. If you look right here, we have this door, and basically it's really safe because it's very unlikely he will notice we're here. It's really hard for him to see this. But guys, I'm looking here, and suddenly the lights went out. Okay, that's really weird. It's weird that the lights just turned off, which means he's basically inside. He's already inside my Roblox house. I just don't know exactly where. But guys, a lot of smoke started appearing, which is basically the gas my friend was talking about. A lot of gas is starting to spread through the house. This is really weird. But guys, it looks like my door is open. He basically got inside, even though my door was locked. And actually he's upstairs. Guys, this ghost is really weird. He's trying to find out where we are in Roblox, and actually he's teleporting. He literally teleports to the places he wants to go. I said, he teleports. Right, that's what I understood is happening. But guys, he basically agreed. So he really does teleport instead of walking in Roblox, which is really weird. But guys, it's finally getting morning, and basically the house is back to normal. But I'm not leaving here yet because I'm scared. I'm scared of simply finding that ghost. But guys, it looks like he left here without being afraid of what's going to happen. But guys, I'm holding this item to avoid problems, and it really looks like he left here. The good thing is that everyone is alive after this night. Literally no one is gone or even disappeared from the city. He said, this is an absurd victory because usually one person disappears. Guys, what he said is true. One person always disappears. But there's a problem. I haven't slept here in Roblox for a long time. This friend of mine just left here. Now he's looking at his tablet and he simply got scared by the news. He said, no one disappeared. That's impossible. Well, actually it's very possible because I made it happen. I made that a reality and no one disappeared here in Roblox. That's what I think. But guys, this player is coming here running. Actually, he's coming exactly to this Roblox house because we don't have much news about the person who lives here. But guys, I'm looking inside and it looks like there's a player working right here and basically he's fine. From what it looks like, he was literally working this whole time. But guys, I'm going to take this opportunity now to sleep because it's been a long time since I last slept. Even this player just got here. He said, I'm going to sleep too. I'm sleepy. So that's true, but my friend is looking here. He said, do you want to sleep at my house? The ghost is probably waiting for you to sleep in your house to attack you. Well, that's a good theory, but I doubt that's true because this ghost doesn't attack during the day. He only attacks at night. He said, how are you so sure? Well, I don't know either, but that's what I know. So basically I'm going to sleep at my house because I'm not afraid of that ghost. But this player said, I'll sleep at your house. Guys, it looks like he's going to sleep at this player's house, and basically he's going upstairs to sleep. He said, and are you going to sleep here too? No, look, I don't want to, because I really think that's an exaggeration. So basically he went back inside, but I'm going back to my house, because I need to take this chance to sleep, especially because tomorrow is going to be a very important day. So guys, I'm arriving right here, and now I'm simply going to sleep. But guys, out of nowhere, the light went out. I can't move. I don't know what's happening, but I can't get out of the bed. And now this ghost appeared here. Guys, this is really bad. It simply showed up here out of nowhere, and it's holding this axe. Guys, this is terrible. But guys, I just woke up here, and apparently I'm in the middle of the snow. I don't really know where I am. I'm basically lost. But guys, a player just arrived here. The blue player who had disappeared in Roblox. He said, you're the first person I found. What happened to the city? Look, I have no idea what he's talking about. From what I can see, we're in the middle of the snow. But actually back here we can see the parking lot, which means on the opposite side we possibly have the city of Brookhaven. So we're going to have to head over there to see if this is really true. So guys, he's coming here too. I didn't understand why it snowed, because in Brookhaven it never snows. It's one of the most impossible things to happen. But guys, this is the city of Brookhaven, but everything here is very different. You can see that we have completely destroyed houses. It's like an apocalypse happened here in the city and left everything completely destroyed. Literally all the houses were destroyed. He said the houses weren't destroyed. Actually, they are different. We are in another universe. Guys, what he said is true. The houses are completely different from what they were before. And guys, if you want to add me on Roblox, just click the join button and I'll add you on Roblox.